If a person is on your porch at 3 a.m. on Halloween night, they're probably up to no good. However, I'm not sure if that rule applies to animals. Raccoons specifically, the crackheads of the mammalian nightlife, don't seem to have a specific timetable for reasonable rummaging hours. This isn't a raccoon either, though. No. Sitting on my porch, peering up at the peephole with big brown eyes, is my dog. Except, I don't have a dog. I lost Moose the summer I started college. I don't know what she had exactly, but there was blood and a hole in her neck that we didn't see before under all that golden fur. I held her in my arms for as long as I could, until my dad took her inside to let her go. To this day, I regret not going with her. I regret not being with her until the very end. I never saw it happen, but I know that it did. It's probably just a stray. Still, I can't take my eyes off that peephole, and when I see it raise a big, fluffy paw and pat at my front door with a pitiful whine, something shatters inside me. It might be my heart, or more likely any common sense I might have had, because my fingers are curling around the cold, brass doorknob in seconds. But I stop. I've seen one too many TikToks of people breaking in because they got you to open your front door somehow. Sometimes it's a woman begging for help while others are waiting to rush the house. Sometimes it's a teenager saying they lost their phone and this is where it's getting pinged. And sometimes it's a pair of guys pretending to be police officers needing to search your place. I've never heard of a dog being part of those scams, but you can never be too careful. I grab my pistol just in case, and then open the door. I don't have time to look around, because the dog barrels past me, knocking me aside to get into the house. I slam the door shut quickly and lock it again, worried someone will be following behind. I whip around and raise my pistol, prepared for the dog to attack. But it's just sitting, its tail thumping up and down, a little doggy smile on its face. I lower my pistol with shaky hands and carefully set it on my shoe rack for now. Hi. The dog tilts its head, and I notice the collar around its neck. Red yarn trim, with a black band patterned with white bones. Hooked into the ring is a gold, bone-shaped name tag. Moose is engraved across the front. My heart drops. It does look like a golden retriever, the muzzle white with age. I hold out my hand for it to sniff, and it promptly drops its chin into my palm. Well, I mean, what else am I supposed to do? I give it the chin scratches it wants. I already get emotional when I see a golden retriever out and about, usually passing them on a walk to go to the store or something. So this is wrecking me in ways that are so much worse. I'm probably going to be permanently psychologically damaged from this. It's not like Moose is a particularly unique name either. It's just a really sad coincidence. I'll have to call the owner, get this dog back to them somehow. I lift the tag and turn it over for the contact information, only to find my own phone number on the back. It's not just any number either. It's my original phone number, before I had it changed about a year ago. This can't be my dog. But the information on the tag, and the fact that I never saw her die, it's still impossible. I have to be dreaming. That's the only way this is happening. If it is a dream, though. I kneel down and hug my dog, but not really my dog. Moose smells like my childhood backyard. Wood chips and 2 squishy apricots. We used to grow fruit trees, and Moose would go after the apricot one specifically. She'd find the lower hanging branches and tug some fruit off, and then we'd find the pits in her poop. Gross, but at least it wasn't the birds getting to them, though that did still happen. Tears streak my face and her fur itches my nose, but I don't care. My baby is here. When I finally blink away the last of my tears, for now, I find us both in the middle of a forest, surrounded by a ring of trees. I tug my flannel tighter around my body, shivering in the sudden cold. The wind chills my cheeks, cuts icy fingers through my hair. It's not completely dark out, though. Much like the street I live on, there's some light. Small oil lanterns, hanging from fir trees. Moose nudges me to my feet. I'm starting to regret not bringing my pistol, but then again, this isn't real. People can't teleport like that. It's just not possible. Regardless, the quiet makes me uneasy. It's just the wind, but the wind can sound like so many different things, none of them good in this case, contextualized by my paranoid mind. I look around like before, but the shadows beyond the lantern's light are an impenetrable void. If there's something here with us, it doesn't want to be seen. Yet. I take an unsure step forward, and something crunches beneath my sneaker. I lift it a little, only to find something I didn't notice before. A small mound of dirt, a different color from the rest of the ground. While the soil here is dark, almost black, and streaked through with grass, this dirt is closer to the color of desert clay, a reddish-brown hue. Moose paws at it, and I chuckle. You can dig it up if you want. Moose just paws at it again and stares at me pointedly. To be fair, we filled our yard with landscaping rocks since it was too hot where we lived to keep up with another lawn, specifically crushed gravel. Moose never had a chance to bury anything out back because there was barely any exposed dirt to dig. I don't know how we were able to keep anything alive out there. Still, I'm not touching it with my bare hands. Could be shards of glass or something. I nudge the dirt around with the toe of my sneaker until I hit something solid. It won't budge no matter how much I kick it around, so I shrug out of my flannel and wrap it around my right hand. Just enough to protect it. I'm able to brush more dirt off of the object, revealing a piece of wood. I get some leverage underneath it and pop it out of the ground, spraying myself with that reddish clay. I shake off whatever's left and have a look at it. It's a small board with symbols that were clearly neatly carved in, then painted over in black. A pair of cat's eyes and an upside-down cross. I turn it over, revealing one word. Better. What? There's a sharp tug, and suddenly the board is snatched out of my covered hand. Moose has it between her teeth. She suddenly whips around and takes off into the trees. You know what? Dog's gonna dog. Of course, I take off after her. The trees only get denser as I tear through the forest. I throw the flannel back on, if only to keep my arms from getting cut up too bad from the branches. I can barely see Moose's golden fur in the darkness, brief glints in the decreasing lanterns. My lungs start to burn and a stitch is forming in my side, my sneakers thudding on the forest floor and sending sharp jabs up into my ears. I call for her to stop, to wait, but she's determined to find something. I don't know what it is, but I know my dog. She only runs like that when she's caught a whiff of something she can't resist. Usually it's peanut butter or a Frisbee. But something tells me that's not it this time. A stray branch catches my stomach, a literal gut punch. But instead of tumbling forward, I'm pulled back into the tree itself. The branch acts like an arm, holding me in place against the trunk. The bark digs painfully into my back, but no matter how much I struggle, this branch refuses to snap. I yell for Moose, but my cry just knocks around the trees and dies in the grass. There's nothing for a moment, only the wind whistling through the forest, until a soft patting sound pricks my ears. The moonlight catches through the dense canopy of leaves, shining on my dog holding the same piece of wood between her teeth. Only this time, the wood is dripping with something. Dripping maroon. It can't be what I think it is. There's never been a violent bone in Moose's body, so obviously it's only paint. Really runny paint. Moose jumps up, puts her paws on the branch holding me down, and presses the edge of the wood, the dripping edge, against it. The branch stiffens, then snaps, dropping me to the ground. Moose stumbles back, still clutching the wood between her teeth. I catch myself on my hands and wince at the jarring sensation rocking through my palms. Once I'm steady on my legs again, I straighten up and point to the ground. Drop it. I just want her to let go of that definitely not bloody thing. Moose circles me and juts her head out instead, pushing the wood against my right hand. I shake my head. Drop it. Moose pushes the wood harder into my hand. Ugh, fine. I make it a point to grab it around the middle, away from the red, and it's only then that Moose lets go of it completely. I don't know why, but I feel the need to turn the wood over. There's a new word. Soon. Not ominous at all. Moose tugs at the hem of my shirt and whines, jerking her head towards the looming darkness ahead of her. I know it's probably stupid, but what else am I supposed to do? I follow her deeper in. Moose leads me to another small clearing, but at the end of this one is a dilapidated cabin. It's the only thing resembling a shelter from this biting cold, though, so we head towards it, and I rap on the rotting wooden door just in case. The door swings open once my knuckles make contact, and once Moose is inside, I shut it tight again. It's warm inside, which is strange because the place doesn't look well insulated at all. Our shadows dance in the soft glow emanating from a stone fireplace. There's a small wooden table in the middle of the room, and on that table is a wooden block. It's no bigger than a brick, with a slit carved in it that's the same thickness as the board I hold in my hand. It's obvious what I'm supposed to do here, but there's a part of me that's afraid of what will happen if I do. But Moose is putting her paws up on the table and staring at me, and I can't deny her now, when I already denied her my comfort in her final moments. So, I slot the board in. And nothing happens. Did I do it wrong? Moose suddenly jumps on me and sinks her teeth into my hand. A scream rips from my throat as I feel them clamp down on my palm, skin breaking, stinging. As soon as it happens, though, it's over. The pressure on my hand is gone and is replaced by Moose gently lapping at the wound. When she sits back, my palm still stings, but the bite is fully healed. A pale white scar that looks like it's been there for years. I don't suppose you're going to tell me what that was for. Moose just licks her lips and stares up at me with a soft puppy smile. That's when my knees buckle and I fall to the ground, catching myself onto my palms. My eyes burn and it hurts too much to keep them open, so I just squeeze them shut. I feel Moose nudge under one of my arms and hear her settle to lay down. An icy sensation spreads up my neck, over my chin, my lips, my nose, my eyes, my hair, as if I'd stuck my head outside on a rare freezing winter day. I sniffle reflexively and try to open my eyes, but they're literally frozen shut. Panicking, I scrabble at the ground, but Moose knocks her head into one of my arms, silently asking me to stop flailing like a maniac. I force myself to still, trusting my dog completely. There has to be a reason for all of this. It will make sense, eventually. The rest of my body remains warm, feeling the heat radiating from the fireplace. It's only my head trapped in this sudden blizzard, as phantom wind swirls around my face. My lips begin to crack, and out of habit, I bite them. Mistake. The skin splits and blood runs down my chin. I hear it dripping onto the floor, and then, even worse, feel Moose shift and hear her lapping it up. Just when I think I'm going to become some sort of human snow globe, the tiny blizzard begins to ebb. My face begins to warm, and I hear the clatter of Moose's nails as she stands up and moves in front of me. Under the sudden heat and shock of the temperature change, my nose runs. I raise a hand to wipe at it, only to reel at the contact of Moose's tongue swiping over my face. I cough, jerking back, because girl still has puppy breath and it's not pleasant. I rub the saliva off my face, grimacing. I love her, but yeesh, that was a big kiss. I find now, though, that I'm able to open my eyes. The cabin has transformed. Soft, patterned rugs in varying shades of green and brown are spread out across the now perfectly finished wooden floor. The fireplace has a mantel, and perched on it are a few framed photos of Moose and I, including some puppy pictures of her I thought I'd lost forever. Above hangs a black iron chandelier, cream-colored candles all lit. The table has a pair of matching chairs seated at it now, all of the same dark, shiny wood. The board is gone, replaced by a small glass filled with fresh lilies of the valley. Finally, tucked into the corner farthest from the door, there's a large bed layered with fluffy blankets and piled with pillows. A red flannel throw features at the foot. Moose nudges me to my feet as I look around in amazement, blown away completely by how this had all materialized seemingly out of nowhere. My dog bounds over to the bed and launches herself onto it, splooting out in the middle. I laugh. Is it nap time? Moose thumps her tail at me in response. Well, all dreams have to end eventually. This must be where mine comes to a close. I pull the blankets back and crawl into bed, reveling in the warmth and the softness of this sleepy little nest. Tomorrow, I'd wake up missing my little girl again. But for now, as the moss covers my body, we can have one last nap together.